We're back again. Hello, B.
Oh, well.
Welcome to It's Tired Day. Tired Hours. Also known as winter. We're back again for some more story questing. I know we all want to do Fontaine. We all want to go to Fontaine. Comment however. I also want to see if I can make people cry again. Well, actually, then I just go to Fontaine.
Yeah, if you want people to cry, you just go to Fontaine.
Shorter stories first. I'm not here for you. I don't care. I'm just passing you by. I see a lot of chests here. They look interesting. I'll be back later. Should have changed over to my other team. Oh, I'm not making it up this wall. Hold on.
More speed.
It's a very hostile environment.
The other people also do have fucking EXP blocks.
Yeah, that's my problem right now. Is I have
It's like
Young's.
sometimes
I'm all out of EXP
it's like
books.
it's like I'll have EXP books one moment, and then I remember, oh yeah, that's right, I have them because a character I'm trying to level up is coming.
I have EXP books for all about 5 minutes. Then I remember I need to level someone up. And it's like, oh, I don't have those books anymore. Where'd they go? And I keep forgetting to use the ley line deposits to get more.
Because I mainly end up doing a lot, and a lot of relic farming. I live in that fucking domain at this point.
Hi, Maya. Thank you for the hydrate. Hi, Maya. Thank you for the posh check. We just got started. How are you doing? How's your Sunday? How's everyone's Sunday? I hope you're all doing well. You're at work? Oof. Rough. Good luck. I hope it's going well. Hope it's not bad at the very least. Hello, my beast. Hello, y'all. So I saw Rin earlier. Hi, Rin.
Wait, there are tracks here.
Wasn't I just over by that ladder? Isn't that the ladder I just climbed? To get to this spot?
These must have been left by the miners.
I'm in so much pain.
Let us make our way to the end of Lingju Pass. If there are no footprints there, it would suggest that the miners are still within the pass itself. However, if we find new tracks, we can follow them wherever they may lead.
Yeah, that's very much where I just was 2 seconds ago. Thank you, Genshin, for being so helpful. We get Wednesday off and go. Hold on, I need to fix my model real fast. Quick fix, there we go. We'll stay on this one, it's fine. Yeah, luckily for me, so for me this week, I have Thursday and Friday off. Don't know about Wednesday, we'll find out about that later. But hey, at least I get to fucking sleep Thursday and Friday. Oh, hey, look, it's a rune guard. Let's go kill it. Excuse me, sir. I would like to do a murder.
Oh,
Where's
I'm
that-
constantly sitting here like, where the fuck did my like looking at my team, like, where'd my HP go? And then I remember where my HP went.
Stand with me.
Maya's also saying hi to Bean.
Yeah, well.
Also, let me know if audio is a bit too loud. I think I need to turn it down.
Beg for mercy.
Why did you heal? What the fuck? Wait, what? Huh?
Having
Why
trouble?
did you heal? What did you heal for? No, I'm seriously, what did you heal from? What the fuck?
Our bond is strong.
Ooh, that was a very dangerous thing I just did.
Passing through.
Crush.
This is Oh, I didn't realize that would count as food. Oh, that's actually really useful. This actually very useful. What the fuck?
Thank you for the lurk, Maya. I hope work is gonna go well for you today. We'll see you later.
Dissipate.
I love these abilities that persist in cutscenes.
It would appear that they made their way through Lingju Pass and kept moving.
If we follow their footprints, we should be able to find where they went.
I love that I went through all that and Kuki didn't heal at all.
Yeah, I'd be like that.
Like, what? Thanks. You know, you could at least, like, reset my skill that was active during the cutscene. No? Fine. But I will take this core lapis. Zhongli needs that.
I'm still chasing crystal flies when I literally have not checked my crystal fly trap in 2 weeks.
Here.
You have a, wait, there's a crystal fly
You
trap?
should inquire with anyone
Yeah.
nearby. If the
Interesting.
miners came through here, they may
It's
well have seen them.
reputation in Fontaine.
Ah, okay. That explains it. To be fair, I haven't messed with the reputation stuff in a long time. I really should.
Yeah, you get a lot of very, very useful items.
I mean, it's how we got the, NGE?
Yeah, there's
That what it's called?
the NRE.
NRE, that's it. I
Yeah.
was close.
There's food.
Let's try someone else.
Like, okay, I'm pretty sure like Eula's signature dish is stuck behind Mondstadt reputation.
Interesting.
There's the one for the portable waypoint. There's the well, it's this pot you can use to basically use ore to speed up your cooking times.
That is interesting.
Then there's all the treasure complex and oculi finders.
Stop bothering me. Can't you see I'm cloud watching?
Sure, the sky is nothing but clouds right now. In fact, it's raining. Like, I don't really know how much watching you're gonna get out of here. Like, it sounds interesting. Wait for, like, a semi-cloudy day.
Jeez, a little grumpy, aren't we? Whatever. Let's go ask someone else.
So far, this place is proving quite useless. You ever think about the fact that the weather changes incredibly fast around here?
Dissipate. Crush.
Because, like, I was just telling that guy off for, like, trying to cloud watch in the middle of a rainstorm. And now it's just like, oh, here's the perfect weather for cloud watching. Maybe he knew something.
Speedy, I need you to level up. I'm literally out of EXP bucks.
Hey there. Seen any miners?
The kid kind or the ones that work in the mine? Or both?
It must have been about 4 or 5 days
Why
ago.
do that?
There were a
That
few
was
men who
something.
came
You know
through
what?
here
They can do
carrying
that.
baskets and picks. I guess that could have been them.
Yeah, that's them.
4 or 5 days ago. It appears that they were moving slower than we'd anticipated. Traversing the geography of Lingju Pass must have held them up.
It was so strange. 4
All right,
big
children,
guys
go again.
with lifeless expressions. It was like they were in some sort of trance. And there was a child staggering in front of them.
Huh. This child. Did you see what they
Oh,
look like?
that's so
I
funny.
caught a glimpse. Blue hair, short. I think it was a girl. She wasn't smiling. In fact, she looked very serious.
And they took this road?
Yes, they followed it straight from here.
Let's go after them.
Blue hair, short, child, girl. Hello, Fatui. I'm here for that treasure chest that you're holding.
Stand with me. Everybody stand back. Let's beg for mercy.
Trying to level up here manually sometimes can be torture. I was about to be like, I don't want to swim, and then I remembered, oh yeah, I can just walk in water. I don't care anymore.
I just realized I killed that fucking Electro Fatui without even really thinking about it. And this poor Hydra never had a chance to save his life.
Rack and ruin.
This is probably a
What
bad
button
idea,
do,
but I'm doing
Ren?
it anyway.
What does that button do? I'll show you what that button does in just a second. Where are we at? Oh, it does this. That button does this. Oh god, Sephiroth is in Genshin? Huh.
If you aim at that, okay.
Interesting.
If you aim at that fucking barrel, I will
Ren-
never forgive you.
Beg for mercy.
Ren,
Why are
the
you?
short-
Where are you aiming?
Ren, we call that the shortcut button for my, the Q, essentially. I was like, yeah, I'm tired of that thing. Let's empty it out.
Beg for mercy.
Stabilize.
I condemn you.
I need this guy to die. Do you think he'd just give up at this point? No? Thank you for your stuff. I'm gonna steal your treasure. It's mine now.
All right. This
Thank you
will
for the
do.
book.
More footprints. There's a person over there.
Help! Please save me!
Those
Is that
please.
what are the
Do
people
my
we're
bidding.
looking for? Oh, rescue first. Ask questions later.
Hey, sir, aren't you, like, Mr. Millilith, sir, aren't you, like, a guard? Aren't you gonna, did you just hear someone say help? Aren't you gonna go help them? Aren't you gonna fight? There's a monster down there. There's a person in danger.
Be on your
Okay.
guard, traveler. Now is no time for sightseeing.
Oh, why is that? Has something happened?
Yes,
As
as unusual as this may sound, numerous eyewitness reports have
What quest
confirmed
did
an
I
active
accidentally
ruin guard
continue?
presence in this area. Even Sergeant sent someone to find out just where these ancient machines might have come from. It appears that they
What?
simply left
What-
their
what
ruin
happened?
and marched
I
off
talked
all
to
of a
this
sudden.
random guy
For
that
no
was just
clear
standing out
reason.
here, and it started a voiceover conversation, which generally means we're in the middle of an important
This-
quest. So, like, where are we?
Might.
Might be Ganyu?
Something is.
So did somebody wake them up?
As I say, the reason is
Something
still
weird is-
unclear.
I didn't see
We have
where
very
you were.
little intelligence at present. Moreover, the ruin in question is of the especially spooky variety.
Oh, might be
Strange
Hu Tao?
noises are often heard coming from within. As such, we are not permitted to investigate until the order comes through from headquarters.
Always so inefficient the Millilith are.
Sorry?
You guys are-
Did you say something?
Oh, I'm just insulting you. Don't worry about it.
Was that supposed to be your impression of Master Diluc talking about the Knights of Favonius?
Maybe.
In any case, the only sensible strategy in the meantime is to increase Millilith patrols. We must not let innocent civilians come to harm.
You say, yet I started talking to you because someone like 5 feet in that direction was screaming help.
That's a good point. Ruin guards are probably pretty dangerous for regular folk.
Wow.
Right down there, I can see
I'm
them.
very grateful indeed for the offer, but it just wouldn't be worth the risk.
Oh, don't worry about that. This one beats up ruin guards for breakfast.
The self-confidence of young people is an extraordinary thing. Well, if you're genuinely offering, I did see some ruin guard footprints on the hillside. But since then, I've been too busy warning passers-by to investigate myself.
Footprints, eh? Interesting. We'll take the case.
While the Millilith stands guard, evil shall never prevail.
Mm-hmm.
On behalf of the Millilith, I salute you, traveler. You have my gratitude. I will rendezvous with you once I have finished my patrol.
As long as you stand guard. Is that all you do? You don't fight? You don't help? You don't protect? You just kind of stand
Oh,
there?
I know which one this is. I know which one this is. I know which one this is.
Yep, it's Ganyu.
No, it's
No?
it's Child.
Oh, I started Childs by accident? Interesting.
His is actually really good though.
Maybe later. We're in the middle of something else.
It's that quest that makes you learn. Oh, I would not trust this man with my life, but I would trust him babysitting my kids.
That feels wrong somehow.
Like, he is unironically probably one of the best people you
Beg
can
for
trust with the
mercy.
children.
But not with anything else.
Rack and ruin.
I just in family related matters, you could
Those
trust him with like
monsters were so
pretty much
aggressive.
anything.
They must have noticed me walking through. Before I knew it, they were all over me. Thank you all for saving me.
Like, he may be a
My
battle
name
hungry
is
man, but
Wanyu.
he's like the
I belong to a
biggest
village
family
near
man.
Hall. I head up our human culture and civilization research.
Is this when we make a joke about him starting up a nice, loving family with Zhongli?
He would.
Just to adopt a bunch of kids?
Like, unironically, if you marry that man and you have kids, he will unironically treat that family right.
Huh? You sure you're not a minor?
A minor?
Yeah, we're looking for a group of 4 strong fellas carrying
Because at
mining
least like in
equipment.
his
I think
character
I saw those
stories in his
people.
profile, if I remember, I think where he is right now, the two, I mean, it's literally just to guarantee, I think like to guarantee family safety for his family. Like everything he's doing is like just to keep his family safe.
Interesting.
Yes. I set off from Nantianmen the day before yesterday, heading for Lingju Pass. About halfway there, I came across some people. A few men and a child.
And he gets to
I
fight
was
strong
in a
people at the
hurry.
same
I
time.
didn't get
This
a
is a
good
win-win.
look. I'm afraid I'm not even sure what they looked like. Apologies.
I think that's all we needed to hear. Thank you.
I hope it's useful to you. I'd better get going. There's a conference I need to attend. Again, thank you all for your help.
Don't worry. We saved you where the Millilith are completely useless.
According to this
Just remember
scholar,
that.
the miners were heading for Nantiamun.
Can we be absolutely sure that it was the men that we're looking for?
A child with a group of adults. Sounds pretty close to Paimon. But
Hey, perhaps that rock over there can tell us more.
Right, I forgot you can talk to the rocks. I forgot you're the fucking Lorax of geology.
aha! Paimon nearly forgot about our secret weapon.
It looks promising. I'll do my best.
Oh no, well I'm in the wrong stance. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. No, it's fine, it's fine.
It's fun hearing you lose your mind when I can't see what's
Are
happening.
you guys not gonna aim at the barrel? Oh, they did. Never mind.
Huh. It's the same group, all right. They followed this road.
Mr. Kunjun, your stone seeing is something I won't forget in a hurry.
I suppose it is an asset, though I rarely find a use for it. But praise from Mr. Zhongli is high praise indeed.
He's literally the god of that rock you just fondled. I don't know how to tell you this.
It's a good thing we brought our Kunjun compass along. We would have lost all sense of direction a
Like
long
literally the
time
god
ago.
of that rock that you just had your hands all over and were rubbing like it was a genie's lamp. Yeah, he's their god.
You think so? I guess it's been a worthwhile trip then. It feels like we're cracking a criminal case. It's a lot of fun.
Be that as it may, we would do well to keep our guards high. 4 fully grown men in a trance-like state, walking ceaselessly day and night, over hills and mountains, led by a child. This is no ordinary incident.
Oh, you're quite right, Mr. Zhongli. We should have our wits about us.
That's not all. Our scholar was attacked by Geovishap hatchlings, but the level of aggression they exhibited was unusual.
Are you sure? I've killed a lot of those things for their bones. This is pretty normal.
We have encountered many clues along the way. So far, they've pointed us in the right direction.
I have the bones of so many of those babies.
The
I have many a
miners
baby
headed in
bone.
the direction of Nantianmen the day before yesterday. From here, they would have had to navigate a perilous mountain road. If their destination is indeed Nantianmen, we should be able to catch up with them.
Great!
That was a very normal
lose.
fight. Minus the
I
slimes.
left a mark in the vicinity just now. If Uncle Dai does pass through here, it should guide him to us.
Clever thinking. A classic Zhongli move.
I feel like Zhongli is one of the rare characters that Paimon doesn't have a snarky nickname for. I mean, not one of the few, but... All things considered.
Hey, over here
That's
on
not
the
happening to
ground.
play this game.
Is this one of the missing people?
Excuse me, sir. Were you led
There's
here by a
basket
small
lying here,
child?
too. This must be one of the miners.
Hey, hello? Can you hear us?
Wake him. Right in the stomach. Wake him up.
Judging by his appearance, he must have collapsed from exhaustion.
Oh, my bad. Poke him with a stick. It's less forceful.
Should we wake him up?
I can still dig.
Sounds like he's whispering something.
It seems that he thinks he still has work to do. Something's not right. There's a camp nearby. We should take him there and monitor his condition before deciding our next move.
I think this is conveniently placed tent here.
How is he? He won't die, right?
He's worked himself into a stupor. Thankfully, he's not in serious danger.
Hyman heard him talking about digging for something. Did he dig himself into this state?
It's certainly a possibility.
It looks like there's something in his pocket. Are these ore fragments?
Can you read the ore fragments?
Hmm.
Fondle the pocket rocks. Alright, well that didn't tell us shit.
I just witnessed the memories within these ore fragments. This person brought these fragments out of the mine. He's one of the 4 that we're searching for.
How he came to be here is what we need to understand.
So he was kidnapped and then abandoned here. But if they didn't need him, why bring him all the way out here?
Unless something happened. Something that led him to fall behind.
Ugh. Hyman's had enough. This is too mysterious.
Oh, wait a moment. Seeing these fragments has
Oh,
jogged my memory.
stop, I didn't
I have
realize.
something for you.
What is it? Ooh, is it a present?
Something for us?
As I mentioned, before I met Uncle Dai, I was in a daze. After setting out with you on this case, it feels like a fog is lifting. I was so happy when Uncle Dai enlisted you to help. I would never have managed to track down these clues by myself. These are some crystals that I bought from the market. Not any old crystals, mind you. This purity is extraordinarily rare. One for each of you. A memory, if you will.
It's beautiful. Oh, and the colors change as you turn it. It's like a different crystal from each angle.
But of course, take it. And this one is for Mr. Shangli.
Are you okay, Zhongli? You seem a little put off.
Is something wrong? Not to your liking?
On the contrary, I just hadn't anticipated receiving a gift during the current circumstances.
It does seem a little strange. We're still in the middle of an investigation of
But
some missing people, but
Thank you. I will take good care of it.
you just made an offering to a god. Good job.
I'm pleased you like them. It's nice to be able to give a gift that others can appreciate. Oh, I see more rocks over there. You should all get some rest. I'm going to scan the surroundings. Perhaps there are more memories to uncover.
That is not at all what the subtitle says. Not what that says. Those aren't the same words.
You sure like rocks, huh, Kunjun?
Ores are the crystals of the earth, the sediment of time itself. I feel at peace among them.
The wait. Hold on. Ores are the crystals of... Aren't crystals the crystals of the earth? Am I losing my mind? You tell me I'm wrong here.
What happened?
He said ores are the crystals of the earth. Aren't crystals the crystals of the earth? Am I just being weird? Are words just
Get
weird?
some rest and call me when you're ready to set off. I won't be far.
Rest easy. I surveyed the area. There's no danger here.
I feel like I know what he means, but also...
Oh, however, there is something I wanted to discuss with you.
Huh? What's with the seriousness all of a sudden?
Traveler, does Dragonfall mean anything to you?
No, but Dragon Spine does.
You mean the ore that Kunjun's looking for? What's so
Wait,
special
forgot about that.
it?
Dragonfall is an incredibly rare ore used in forging. The majority of regular crystals are formed in high-temperature environments. Dragonfall, on the other hand, is formed as a product of elemental reactions.
Elemental reactions can produce material objects?
Indeed they can. However, only a minority can survive for long periods of time. Dragonfall first emerged in the midst of a great battle, thousands of years ago. Powerful clashes of elemental energy gave birth to elemental crystals. When the fighting ceased, these geological remnants were miraculously preserved.
You know what this reminds me of? What he's talking about?
Hmm?
It reminds me of the crystallized reaction. Geo plus any other element with the crystals that get formed on the ground to make the shield. Like, that's just what it sounds like he's talking about.
Cool.
Like, don't be... No, we've seen this happen.
And yet they are crystal creations all the same. Few and far between.
They don't last very long.
Relatively unknown. A few hundred years ago, they were virtually mined into obscurity. Why is it then that a citizen of Liyue now wishes to strike upon ore that has long since vanished from the earth?
Yeah, if he knows of its existence, surely he knows all of it's already been mined. Weird. Paimon doesn't get it.
There are those in the mining trade who retain a keen interest in Dragonfall. But for someone like Mr. Kunjun, whose motivations for seeking it are unclear even unto himself, it's practically unheard of.
Ulterior motives? Is he a villain?
A conclusion that is presently impossible to reach. We must watch and wait. Don't forget, rescuing those miners is the primary objective. As for anything else, sooner or later the tide will reveal the lie of the land. We're drawing closer to our goal. I believe we should continue to follow this road through. Now that we've found one, the others won't be far away.
But what if they're already dead?
you're well
What if they're
rested,
even more
Call
exhausted?
Mr. Kunjun over to us. We still have more investigation ahead. We should ensure this miner is settled here at the camp. Once we've brought this matter to a close, we can return and attend to him. I suggest we leave a note for Uncle Dai. If he does find the camp, he'll know what to do.
Man sick. Please help this dude. Get him water. All of the much water.
More
Give me your
speed.
slime. Thank you for your slime. Okay, where were we?
More speed.
I wonder if he can use... Probably not. I wonder if he can use his power on Geo Slimes. That'd be really funny. Just see what the Geo Slime's been up to. Like, where have you been, little fella?
I'm done here.
Any
Have you
results, Mr. Kunjun?
There are many beautiful rocks here, but nothing out of the ordinary. I couldn't find any clues. Then again, the memories of ore can shift with the passage of time and the changing of the environment. Difficult to say. I feel that ore memories tend to be from the recent past.
So there's never any ancient memories?
Rocks endure, but as eons pass, their memories are erased. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion or thought.
That makes sense. It is the same for people.
Indeed. Let's keep going.
What do you think a rock thinks about? What is its fears? What are its worries? Does it have any?
Wow.
If you
Such
split an ore in half,
immense tree.
does it become two rocks, or is it just one that's broken?
And there's so many mysterious looking crystals up there too. Amazing.
This ancient tree.
Or is it like Land of the Lustrous, and this is like, oh, I lost my hand. There goes my memories of 5 years ago.
Let's conduct separate investigations. I'll take that area. Perhaps you could survey this section. All right then.
Kunjun, can you see anything worth investigating?
Well, there is this stone tablet here.
Doesn't seem very interesting. Paimon's gonna look over there.
Huh. It's worth a try, surely. Let me see. Oh.
That's a weird noise. Please don't make that noise again. Are you okay? That was new.
This is...
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Hey, what's wrong?
I don't know. I think he's having like a religious experience.
just
Which
a
is interesting
bit
because he's been
lightheaded.
traveling with the god for a while.
It's past. Nothing to worry about.
Oh.
Not... Not yet.
Whatever. Paimon's going to investigate over there. Why don't you climb the tree and have a look? If you don't try, you won't know. Anyway, you'll be able to get a good look at our surroundings from up there.
Oh. You think so?
When has Paimon ever come up with a bad idea,
Paimon, I don't have a very good memory, so I can't give like a specific example. But there's just kind of this feeling that the answer is often.
Wait a minute. Paimon can fly. All right, Paimon will go. You wait here. Paimon will...
All of you, come here.
Never mind, Paimon won't do shit.
Xiangli's voice came from behind the tree. Did he find another clue? Quick, let's go see. Maybe he found another miner.
Wait, I want to know what the stone says. Life endures in heaven and earth thanks to the merciful Adeptus. On this site lies an evil dragon. Please do not disturb it. Huh. Evil dragon. Right here. Don't disturb.
Yeah.
You got it. I don't think the dragon gives a shit. I want to wake him up. I want to see how he's doing.
You really don't.
Well, now I'm even more curious when you say that. To be fair, we also met a giant evil dragon yesterday in
He's the
Digimon.
bane of my existence.
Well, now that sounds like fun.
This has been newly dug. It would appear our answer is up ahead.
Is that a voice coming from the tunnel?
I think I
Someone
don't know
else go first.
when I got it, but I think I just
Compose
finally
yourselves.
got that one achievement
I
that
will
I've been
lead us
trying to
in.
get with that boss.
I have a feeling that means something's coming at the end of the story.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you fought the boss with us, I think.
Did I?
There is an
I don't remember
unusual
who's where we
presence
were.
emanating from
You know what?
inside
We'll
the
find out
tunnel.
when we get there, won't we?
Prepare yourselves. And
That was the one where Lexus told us to make sure she didn't die or something.
I feel like that's often, though. That feels like a normal request.
But to be fair, the story version of this boss is a lot easier.
The missing miners are here.
But at least it'll give me like a design sense of who it is.
What are they digging for?
I'm afraid that this whole tunnel is the fruit of their strenuous labor.
Wait, what? How much of this? In just a couple of days?
Gate. Has it been there all along?
Digging a tunnel to this ancient seal.
Shouldn't we stop them?
Had they not been discovered, they would undoubtedly persevere. Until
I don't know if you noticed, but like... That
That's
can't be
fine.
good for them. No, they don't look like they're good.
Seal
Fine.
first.
Hi, no, you don't want to fight me. Trust me. Where's that shield when I'm playing as you?
That's like... What?
I don't like whatever that is. Hey, it's the child. Excuse me, question? What? Uh-oh. This looks bad.
You want that shield? Get C2.
That's a C2?
He using his burst gives everybody like it gives you a co-op shield.
Oh, cool. Oh, hey, look! It's an Azdaha, sealed lord of
Yeah,
Visharps.
we fought this before.
Possibly.
The one where I said I was trying to get the achievement to get through the fight without having a shield.
Oh, I just lost that immediately. Because I have Zhongli.
Well, I mean, yeah, they give you him anyway.
Yeah, but he was on my team regardless.
It's a thing you do later.
So, the little girl is your power incarnate. But if
Is
you
they want
ignore
you.
her,
It's like they want you to do this fight with a shield, though. That's the thing. Without a shield, it's an experience.
It's a doozy.
It's making sure you can out heal whatever extra take damage you're taking. And it's the fact that he's like the Primal Geo Bishop, where his element changes.
Interesting. Buddy,
Well,
let me
well
see.
he has
You know
like
what, hold
two
on.
elements.
Hold on. He's being a bit rude. He doesn't like to get hurt. Eat some pizza real fast.
Like, at least you get used to it after a while. At least I had to. Because I needed him for like way different characters.
Well, the problem is I need him for Eula.
Rack and ruin.
I already know that to be
him
true.
for. I needed him for Yanfei. I needed him for Kazuha. I needed him for Ayaka, which was the big one.
You like Meteor, sir? I'm gonna take that as a no.
Oh. Oh yeah, I have. Wait, no, wait, no, wait.
Beg for mercy.
Never mind. I need to fight him one more time. I need one more.
Excuse me, sir. Can you come back here? I need to beat the shit out of you.
he who bears the weight of memory is destined to shoulder the burden of truth, as it ought to be.
Stand with me.
Oh, there you are. But sir, I'm waiting for you to return.
Crush. I condemn you.
Solidify!
Vengeance will be mine. Shudder.
And if this is the big dragon that we were talking about earlier, it's like, yeah, he's fine. You're a big chunky boy.
Beg for mercy.
Actually, you're not bad. The more I look at you, you look kind of like an asshole, but besides that, you're not bad. Ooh, I do like the tail, though. The tail's really cool. I love that detail. Chunky? Incredibly chunky. And chunk is its defining feature.
Stand with me. Off we go.
That's weird. They call him a dragon, and everywhere else, everybody compares Asaha to a frog.
Yeah, no, that definitely seems to fit. He's not really super dragon-like.
Stabilize!
He's very froggy.
Our bond is strong. Off we go.
Come here, Froggy.
Out of the way.
This is order. Gather!
I'll settle this. Dissipate. Shudder.
I mean, I can definitely see, like, the dragon element, but also... Very kind of... What's the kind of dragon that doesn't have wings?
Good
Well,
grief.
it's not really that kind of dragon either. It doesn't fly at all.
Stand with me. Eye for an eye.
Ow. He keeps busting through Zhongli's shield. Which, might in part be because this is not my Zhongli.
The normal Ajaha moment.
It's like if I had my Zhongli, this would be going even better.
No, that's just normal Ajaha.
You just burst through your shield no matter what.
Yeah, he just kind of does it.
Oh, I love that that's obviously Zhongli's pillars.
Morax, 1,000 years after you sealed me underground, you return for the second time.
Why do you take the... Okay, hold on. This giant dragon is taking the form of a little girl. Trans dragon, headcanon confirmed. Or accepted, whichever.
You should call it by its name, Ajdaha.
Ajdaha.
Fate.
Fate? Fate?
Wait, hold on, the music.
So here lies the wisdom of the gods. Destroy all deemed redundant. Enlist tyrants to ravage the wilderness.
No. You have forgotten.
That voice.
I think Kowloon has his memories back.
Ajdaha.
Oh.
Huh? Kunjun?
Morax. It's been a while.
You're...
Ajdaha. The very same.
Wow, your voice really got a lot deeper, like...
During the battle, you imbued us with your power.
Yes, it was all I could manage. Forgive me for concealing the truth, traveler. There were things that only became clear to me upon reaching this tree.
Oh, so when we got to the stone monolith thing and you did the thing, you were already like this, like 5 minutes ago. Okay, cool. Thanks for keeping that a secret.
Allow me to elaborate. I am not Ajdaha the whole, but a fragment.
Like a piece of rock that chipped off.
Heaven and earth, yin and yang, opposing forces. You can consider the existence of me and the Ajdaha you see there to be a reflection of such polarities. We are a schism of the will of Ajdaha.
Ajdaha.
So there are two Ajdahas?
Ajdaha. I don't really care how it's pronounced.
No, it can't be.
I have the appearance of the little girl. I'm gonna keep asking this question. Is this a personal preference?
When the seal loosened, your power manifested in this world as a child. With this new identity, you were able to vent about the forces that suppressed you. But would anyone listen? Would they even care? That's when it occurred to you. The loosening of the seal constituted an opportunity to strike back. Kidnapping the miners was all in aid of digging to the entrance to the seal itself. Your plan was to launch an attack on both ends, from outside and within, thereby fully destroying the seal.
The audacity! Are you insane? If you truly are a part of me, how is it you find yourself standing on the side of the betrayer?
I'm very curious about this betrayer moniker. Can we elaborate on that before we get further into this conversation?
I was another power awakened with the loosening of the seal. Too weak to reincarnate, but strong enough to possess a human body. I was barely conscious. I couldn't remember who I was. Only the past would elicit a reaction from me. But my aim was clear. Find Morax and aid him in stopping you.
I had sensed that something was amiss when you mentioned Dragonfall. Had your power been but a little stronger, I would have recognized you.
Don't blame yourself. I have changed beyond all recognition. Only when I touched the stone tablet did I truly remember. It's been so long. A secret beyond all comprehension of youthful humanity and ancient dragonkind. Morax, do you want to tell the tale?
Story time! Is there gonna be another sad one? Like the Salt Goddess? That made everyone cry?
There would be no harm in it. The decision is yours.
You haven't changed. Then allow me. Ajdaha was once a friend and ally of the Geo-Archon Morax, with a lifespan far exceeding that of mankind. However, that which is derived of the Earth is no more or less than the Earth itself. The memories of rocks do not last long. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion. But as time passes, so these memories fade into obscurity. Erosion is the world's greatest destroyer of memories.
Yeah, I feel that one.
Erosion ground Ajdaha's consciousness into oblivion. Slowly, he forgot the face of his old friend, and his memories of defending Liyue Harbor disintegrated. Ajdaha, now incomplete, became irascible, aggressive.
I was about to ask, do you have a dictionary for that word?
What would you expect? It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me.
This much is true, which is why you attacked the chasm. Why you waged war against Morax. In the beginning, in order to open up new territory and increase production, the citizens of Liyue came to the mountains to mine. Overexploitation caused the ley lines to quake, which brought untold suffering to us. Erosion made us even more savage. No matter how we struggled, we lost the ability to coexist with humanity. We lost all reason.
I don't know, you seem pretty logical right now.
Morax shared with us some of his power to prevent further erosion. But it was futile. Everything returns to dust. It is the natural order, an unstoppable force.
And
so, we became you. And from your will, I emerged. I am your final contract. Witness the promise between Ajdaha and Morax. You can hate me, but you cannot deny me.
No. No!
He definitely looks like he wants to try.
I am the remnants of Ajdaha's benevolence. The echo of a contract set in stone. I harbor a willingness to go further. A willingness to coexist peacefully with mankind.
You stole a dude's body. Does he know what you're doing? Does he know that you took his body? Does he get it back?
No, no! It is I, Ajdaha, forged of elemental crystal, bearer of the weight and memories of the earth, older than the mountains and the oceans that decides. I will not swear allegiance to this insect.
I don't know if you know this, but Morax over there is the god of you, quite literally.
Morax is not an insect.
A lord over insects is nothing but an insect in turn.
You forgot yourself. Nobody held Morax in higher regard than you or I. That which you have forgotten, I hold here in my heart. If you are the memory of the earth, then I am the memory of coexistence. Of coexistence with humanity. All powers under heaven, rise and fall of land and sea.
A star appears within the wild. A sun ascends as bright as jade. Strange. What is this feeling? And all this?
You are spent, and I will soon disappear. Before I do, heed these words. In the wilderness, snow falls on a spring day. In an instant, it will melt.
Hello,
Even
you
where
boy.
it is
How you
fleeting
doing?
And leaves no trace. Even where it will never fall again.
Hope you're having a good Sunday.
No!
Welcome to
That isn't
Genshin.
true! I I don't accept this as fate!
Perhaps it isn't, but it remains an inevitable misfortune.
Don't worry, Ajdaha. I'm gonna come right back to kick your ass one more time just for the fun of it. You'll be out of your seal temporarily, soon enough.
More axe!
Cheeseburger? You have cheeseburger? Cheeseburger sound good. I haven't had cheeseburger in a while.
The little girl
Yes, I did.
vanished.
I had Wendy's. Oh, that wasn't cheeseburger. That was chicken.
Are you satisfied, Ishtaha?
I had to make amends. Satisfaction had no part in it. So, Morax, you call yourself Zhongli these days?
I do.
Well, I'm afraid old habits die hard. To me, you're Morax.
As you please.
I never did forget your gift of sight.
I hardly lifted a finger. Think nothing of it.
And yet, you could see. You wouldn't know the yearning of a blind dragon, searching for the sun. A pair of eyes, from Morax to Ajdaha. This, I will remember this.
Your power is nearly spent.
Perceptive as always, my friend.
Shall we get going, you and I?
Surely the pressing matter is still that of the miners trapped outside the seal.
Indeed. Hence the need to get going. To fix the damage left in your wake.
Straight down to business as always. Let's go.
So to recap, this dragon here was given this gift of sight because he was born blind. But eventually his memories eroded over time and he kind of became angry and aggressive. Humans accidentally, you know, disturbed his whatchamacallit, his energy source. So he went fucking bonkers on him. And when he was sealed, seal eventually was kind of loosened, and some of those good memories were separated from him, and now he basically erased himself so that his dark side could never hurt anyone ever again, unless we do this.
Huh?
Wait, no, hold on.
How did we get here?
This isn't where I want to be.
We need to go back and check on the miners.
Hold on, wait, no, I wanted to do that fight again. Uncle Dai, you got here fast.
My men and I found your clues and followed them straight here. We found Mao in a tent at the campsite unconscious. It seems he'll be okay. Sadly, we found no trace of the other three.
Turn around.
Huh? Young Kun, what is...
Ignore the aura. This is normal.
Nothing. Pay it no mind. Those three miners are over there, in that cave.
Also, ignore the fact that my voice is like an octave deeper and like a lot more rough and gravelly. Gravel.
Cave? What happened?
They're exhausted, but not in danger. Don't worry.
Everything's fine.
Right. Well, thank you, all of you. I better go and see how they're doing.
So you're taking them back to Liyue Harbor?
That's right.
Can I come with you?
No problem. You rescued my men. I'll be happy to assist all of you in any way I can. I'll be back soon. I need to assess their condition.
Do I get money?
We should be calling you Ajdaha. You're coming back to Liyue Harbor too, right?
Not I. Merely this body. Once I'm gone, the true owner will accompany the miners back to Liyue. Kun Jun hails from a family of famous artisans. He too will be famous in time. It would be a shame for someone of his talent to go missing.
You always did have a great admiration for blacksmiths.
Curious how swords and daggers are blind, yet their creators see so much. Perhaps empathy is mankind's proudest achievement after all.
I like that line. That's a very nice line. I think that's nice.
Ajdaha, I am no longer the Geo Archon.
That's not entirely true.
I can sense it.
Okay, you don't have your gnosis. Okay, it's technically true.
Today I am just an ordinary citizen of Liyue.
Even you met
Yeah,
such
he's
a
severed.
fate.
He's basically severed his ties with Celestia.
I feel like,
Let's
well,
get the difficult part out of the way.
I thought all the Archons, the reason
I
that the
cannot
Archons is
guarantee
because
that
they
it
don't
won't be awoken a
mess
second
with
time.
Celestia anymore. They remain here on the ground.
Wait, what? Say that again?
I thought all the Archons, essentially, the reason that it's the 7 of them is because, like, nah, fuck Celestia, we're gonna be here on the planet.
No, they were given the Gnosis by the Archon and were made to rule over these nations.
But then most of them still are just like, yeah, but also no.
Well, it's not really.
No?
Again, you will also understand more when you get to Fontaine.
No matter. If that day
You have to go
comes
to France,
pass,
we'll learn all the
Liyue
secrets.
must prepare itself to face you.
And
Because
how
they...
will Liyue fare without Rex
Well, we
Lapis?
did not expect these lore drops, but we sure as hell got them.
Even without a god above, this remains a nation of men. I was once their god. I ought to be here to witness their rise and fall.
All life is shaped and then ground away by the endless flow of time. You were always the strongest among us. Yet, it would seem that even you have been eroded. That's unimportant. Fate is ordained by heaven. Even if our mission had already concluded, it would be cowardly not to strike out on the road of departure.
It feels weird to say, like, yeah, heaven is a mysterious force when you're talking to a literal god.
You may live forever.
To be fair,
doomed
even
learn
they
the
barely
existence.
know shit.
Even this.
I know,
Well,
that's
some
like,
of them barely know shit, some of them won't
When
say
you reach
shit.
the end of time, those people, those past and future relationships predetermined by fate,
it's like, they call them gods. They're really
they
not,
will be waiting for you.
quote-unquote, gods, I guess.
Well, they
In the
well,
traditional sense.
it's like really
It's really
hard to
complicated.
say. It's complicated.
To be fair, I guess my first guess is like my first thought is like I guess it's actually technically accurate of like Norse mythology, where they had Valhalla, which like even the gods weren't in Valhalla until they died, which is essentially heaven. I was like, okay, never mind. I guess there's when you
It's
think about it
me
like that, it
again
makes more
wanting.
sense.
It's me again wanting to say more when you bring that up, and I'm like, oh, Fontaine talks about all that.
I do not pretend to match your rhetoric when it comes to the subject of a life long lived.
I love me coming up with theories
fear
and
that the
stuff and
life of an
just thinking
elemental
things out
being
loud,
is
and you're like,
longer than any in
oh,
this world.
it makes me. It's very funny.
Because it's like
Were
there
it
are
not
so many
so,
things I want to say,
you
but
would have killed me long
90%
ago.
of them are spoilers.
And
Even if I try to make a
having
joke,
to
it's
face
probably
my day
going to be a
now.
spoiler.
You've brought a smile to
And
my
this
face.
is like the one
When all is said and done,
like
a
regional
reunion
Archon
between
quest
old
I
friends
do
is an
not want you to
auspicious
know
occasion.
anything about.
The Fontaine one?
Yes, I want you
That
to know
day
about
in the
none of
chasm.
it when we go in.
Did you
That's why I'm not
hesitate?
saying shit.
Oh, this will be very interesting.
A heart of stone is a heart nonetheless. But I am the god of contracts, and was for a time a god of the people of Liyue.
You chose justice, but did not forsake your kindness. You came to me not as an assassin, and so I was willingly sealed away.
The movements of the Earth Dragon can tremble the earth and shake the heavens. With your abilities, even at my full strength, I struggled to confront you, let alone seal you away.
Hence, my inception. Do not forget that I was there with Liyue's founder. The face may have changed, but the content of the contract remains intact. Old friend. God of contracts. I hereby honor our agreement.
Thank you, Ashtaha.
My life is nigh on eternal. I will go on with the infinite flow of time. And you, Morax, you too will live for many a day to come.
You're leaving?
If it is fated, Morax, we will meet again.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as he remembers. But where are those who will share in the memory? That's
They're all
basically all
dead.
I'm feeling.
They're all dead.
Yep, except for that one who's now somewhere. Basically dead. Might as well be dead.
Yes, don't be alarmed.
Maybe
He's only
maybe
asleep.
the only one I'd say who is dead is like Venti.
Barbados. Yep. The only one that. Hey, the good news is, Vinci would love to share a bottle of wine with Zhongli. To be fair, like that recent poetry event, like it was Venti and Hu Tao, and Zhongli wasn't there. No, yes he was. He was there for like 5 seconds. I bet they shared some wine. If they didn't, I'm gonna be sad.
Whoa, that was so weird. It was like he suddenly became another person.
Like I genuinely, I hope they both like got to sit down and enjoy some wine together for a bit.
They already had a talk.
I know, but
Who's
I hope they do it every now and then. Like hey,
But
once every 5 centuries.
they got a little bit of beef. That's the only issue.
Well, I mean, it's the elemental like difference, like air, earth. They're kind of opposites. They're at, you know, you can't. These two elements don't react well.
Like you should have seen how fucking awkward Lantern Right got at one point with those two in the same room.
I'll have to look that up at some, or you can send me a video at
It's
some
so
point.
funny. Because Lantern, that's actually why this event even happened. This past poetry event even happened in the first place. It's actually a follow up.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'll have to
Because
find some videos.
Venti and Hu Tao said they were gonna. Venti and Hu Tao said they were gonna follow up on it.
Remain crystal
Because
clear in my mind.
they became very, very good friends.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient geo life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Aishtaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes, quicker than words could tell. Lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
There's some more of that Liyue poetry that's incredibly flowery and long. Shortly afterward, Uncle Dai volunteers to take the unconscious Kunjin back to the city along with the miners and some other stuff.
A 1,000 years ago, Aishtaha attacked the chasm. I tried to obstruct him, fighting him tooth and nail down the length and breadth of the mine. Finally, I brought him down and sealed him underground. During that battle, Dragonfall was born. Aishtaha could sense the stone. Subconsciously, he wanted to use it to find me. Despite being the victor, I could not claim to be stronger than he. And in his heart, he still retained an ounce of goodwill towards me, towards Liyue, towards life above ground. He was willing to be sealed away, But as the erosion set in, he forgot. Even I cannot avoid it. But there is something I understand better than most. When the door opens, it is time to leave.
That's such a strong death flag, my
The
dude.
greater the power, the greater the danger erosion may bring about. The millennia may come and go, but even a stone may tire. Personally sealing away an old friend. This is just one form of erosion I have endured. People abandon and surrender the things they love to pursue the right path. Perhaps this is the erosion imposed on me by the heavenly principles.
Celestia's not in that direction. I don't know where you're looking.
But I was a god of mankind. My identity may change, but my eyes will bear witness to the history of humanity.
You still care a lot about Liyue.
Call it part of my duty. I must thank you both.
No worries.
I want to ask you something.
Oh? About what?
My brother.
Oh, yeah. Paimon nearly forgot. So, not long ago, we met a guy called Dane.
Wait. I guess this is after the Chasm Quest? When we first went to Conria?
Yeah.
He told us about Conria and the punishment of the gods. That's when we realized that those events were connected to the person we're searching for. Zhongli, you're a god. You've lived through thousands of years of history. Surely you experienced the incident?
I don't think anyone likes to talk about Conria. I'm gonna be honest. Everyone's like, Conria, ooh, we're just gonna, oh, hey, look over there, a distraction.
I cannot say.
Why? You can't even give us a thread of information? This is so important to us.
I understand. But I must apologize. This is my contract.
You mean...
Yeah, this is not doesn't want to talk about it. This is won't talk about it.
Yeah.
Too painful to talk about?
It was signed before it all began. I have always honored the contract. And kept my silence.
So, him and Venti both are probably magically bound to keep quiet about the subject. But that means the newer Archons probably aren't? Or at least Zhongli is.
Not really.
Maybe not magically bound, but like...
It's like everybody knows Venti's hiding shit, and it's in his character not really to be kind of a serious like that. Zhongli is fucking Zhongli.
Mm-hmm.
Raiden,
Raiden was there.
Actually, it might be this next story quest because the next 3 tell us a little bit, like way more than they did.
How can you be like that?
But it's like again, like they're the only.
I can assure it
They're the only like
to disappoint you.
the original.
But as the god,
yeah, because Nahida was born right at the end of all that. A was there, was sort of there, but she wasn't like in charge.
She didn't. We'll find out.
And then everyone else, I don't know.
We don't know about the Chiron Cryarcha where they were at the time, and then the other 3 that came before who we have now, they all died in the war.
Yeah.
Would you be ready to find out?
It appears your understanding of this world continues to grow. There are many events of ages past, many secrets that lie hidden. They have been eroded by time, forgotten by the people, abandoned. But you are capable of finding them and bringing them into the light. Those who come to witness will witness. Those who are born to remember will remember. If you take the same road as that person, there may be more difficulties ahead. But as long as you firmly believe that you are on the right path, everything has meaning.
To be continued. What do you mean to be continued?
Yeah, they all say that.
I know. Okay. So with Zhongli's story quest done, the question becomes, do we go ahead and move on to Raiden Part 2? Or do we do Kokomi so we can do Ito?
Riding 2 is more important, I will say. I say the only ones that are really necessary to do are ones that either block quests, like actual quests that you need to do, and the Archons.
I know that,
The
but
rest
like,
of them you can just do. The rest of them you can just do in your own time, where it doesn't
that's
really
true. I could
matter
potentially
too
do
much.
Kokomi
It's
on
just
yeah. The thing is, I want to do Ito's on stream because I want to find Caden.
because the thing I remember, Kokomis isn't really that interesting. To be fair, kind of consistently, it could have been a lot better.
So basically,
But
what
like
you're
the
saying
only
is
one,
do Kokomi off stream so we can do Ito on stream just to find Caden and move on.
I get, yeah, because like the only ones that really have like super important stuff. It's like well,
Archon.
it's
Which I got.
the
I get
Archons. Yeah, the Archons, man. I'm trying to remember who has like actual like lore stuff that's like really important to do.
A part of me is always just like, should I bother with any of these weapons? But it's like, nah, not really. They're fine.
You know, it depends. I haven't really gotten them myself, but then I'd use all my stuff.
But I always just go like, fate, by all the fates.
Like I kind of want to save one of them, but it's just like, do I really them
Right.
the most?
Well, we're gonna go ahead and continue on Raiden then. Do her part 2.
Because honestly, the most important, I'd say do Raiden Part 2, and then probably do Nahida's.
Ad Astra Abyssosque. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that
a traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Indeed. As ever, I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help? Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently, Rift Hounds are attacking the roots of the sacred Sakura nearby Mount Yogo in great numbers.
Rift Hounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. But this time, they are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression and a clear target. The sacred Sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already? Good. Then you can see that this case is very urgent indeed.
Is the Tenryu Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred Sakura's root system is vast and complex, and faced with the unpredictability and scale of the Rift Hound's attacks, they are finding it difficult to defend against them. Their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with all other available forces to eliminate the monsters. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work. But so far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Hounds has failed to substantially ameliorate the situation.
You threw a really big word in there that I don't know, but I can guess based on context clues. So...
You have our deepest gratitude. Your confident response puts me far more at ease. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Hound appearances have been recently reported. I hope you won't encounter too much trouble overcoming them.
Relax. We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Transient dreams. We're gonna trans our dreams?
In danger again, huh? Who'd have thought? Keeping the sacred Sakura safe was Hanachiru Sato's greatest wish, and now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy it. Time to teach him a lesson.
This whole time I'm just like, okay, now how is Raiden gonna come into this situation? Last time we basically just went on a date. Oh, hold on, there's some Fatui here in a chest. Excuse me, Fatui. I'm right in front of your face. Are you blind? Do you need glasses? You okay?
Stabilize.
Beg for mercy.
If it goes into HP, we will be gaming.
But you were not kidding about. I've just stopped. I've given up completely on dodging ever. It's like, oh, don't worry, I have John Lee. We're fine.
Yeah, that's why I love my autoplay team, because at this point it's just like, I set up all my skills, I set up my shield, and then I just stand there and watch.
Watch as everyone around you just crumbles into dust and death and decay.
Yeah, basically. Unless I just, the only thing is that having to like refresh skills, that's about it.
They're attacking the sacred Sakura! Stop them!
Stand with me. Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's beg for mercy. Crush.
I do love these wolves. I think they're very cool. It's too bad they have a very annoying ability.
Well, you got gold to thank for that.
Oh, what?
Oh, gold did shit. She's responsible for a lot of things.
Who's gold?
Did we? I'm pretty sure we talked about gold with you.
You have to remember, even if we did, I have a bad memory. So, refresh.
It's like she created the Rift Hound, she created Durin, aka the dragon that is now the thing that is now Dragon Spine. She created Albedo. She basically started the Cataclysm to a degree.
Okay, we might have like briefly talked about her. I don't remember a whole lot though. I hate that they're making me bleed through the shield.
She
no,
has
you.
caused a lot of shit.
Minion issue. Oh, look at their detached limbs. They're so cool. Also, hello. Hold on.
Shogun? Wait, no. Could also be A.
Oh, it's you two.
Hard to say. I don't know which one.
It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryo Commission crisis.
It's actually her.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right? You sure made short work of them. That was amazing.
And normally you're just kind of like chilling in the dream world.
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past.
So you're saying our date was good for you.
Since then,
now you want a second one.
Every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
The outside world, or with someone in particular, and that someone is definitely Yaimiko and not us.
Makes sense.
Or
You
both.
must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself.
Not gonna stop you from being amused, though.
Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous Rift Hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you. If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But Rift Hounds attacking the sacred Sakura... It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
Do tell? Do tell? Come, sit down. Let us talk about these terrible memories and this tragedy of your past. I wish to know more.
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, A great catastrophe befell Inazuma. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard.
I'm sorry, they're that... Wait, then how old's Albedo?
About that.
You can't just say about that and then not say anything. Is that it? That's the end? No more?
That's the answer about that.
Fine.
I don't remember. I actually don't. I gotta look. Damn it, I just closed the game. I don't remember how long it was after the
Their duty
cataclysm that
was to tear open a
after
passage through
after
space with
the
their
stuff
claws
with
and
Connery
teeth,
that she
and then call in even more powerful
made him.
beasts.
Yes, 500 years ago, Conria. We're all well aware of 500 years ago being the magic number. It's like saying 800 years ago in One Piece.
So you've heard of it too.
I don't know how to tell you this. I've been around a bit. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes.
That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one. But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby. All of them must be eliminated.
Paimon feels
Hello,
so safe
Sif.
over in Ace Company.
How
Having
you
someone
doing?
uber powerful on your team kind of makes you feel invincible, doesn't it? Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Conria.
You're alive? Glad to hear that.
It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
Follow the tree blood. Got it. Is it down or is it... I guess it's down. Excuse me, crystal flies. You're... Oh. No, hold on. I want the crystal fly. Gimme.
More speed.
Maybe I should have been up there. Fine, we'll go back up. Oh, you know what? I wonder if... Nope, that doesn't help. What's the point of having elemental sight if it doesn't do anything?
More speed.
Elemental sight sure isn't helpful sometimes. Just like, oh wait, maybe this will help. Does absolutely fucking nothing.
Like I mainly use it when I'm looking for certain stuff. Like it actually helps out with Sealies too.
It does help with Sealies. I will admit to that. I was like, okay, there's a bit of blood here, but trying to find where the next spot is. Oh, there it is. I see it. Never mind.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh?
Oh shit, we about to get high as fuck. I didn't know we were back in Sumeru.
What's this? Could they be dead people?
Snackies. What kind of snackies you got, Sif?
Seen ghosts on our journey.
Drugs that you see the dead. Everyone's favorite kind of drug.
But why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
Hot buffalo wing pretzel pieces. That sounds good. Sir, Mr. Ghosty, are you
Can't
okay?
go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Oh, we're talking to the spirits of the dead. Cool.
Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's
I
no
will be back in a
escaping them.
second. I need to get food.
All right, go get your food. I'm just thinking now, you're going to be gone while I'm pondering this to myself. I'm just like, all these countries are just like, their outfits, like, fashion hasn't changed in the past 500 years. So just like, how recent are you? Are you like a day or two old? Or are you like 500 years old? You're probably closer to the 500 end, I'm gonna be honest, but I can't tell from looking at you.
We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath. You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness.
500 years ago, got it.
Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They're merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything in their path.
That's me when I'm hungry.
Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now! There's no time left. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but ourselves.
Okay, Almighty Shogun is probably Eyes Master, the previous Electro Archon. He's not here to confirm. But Kitsune Saigu is the one who came before Yaimiko, I guess?
I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's the Shogun?
Not?
You're back. Please, we beg you. You have
Or
to
no,
help
A
us.
was made
You have to save Inazuma.
God, layers of puppets here. There's the Electro Archon, she made A made the Raiden Shogun, and Scaramouche. So it would make sense that she would look like the previous Archon?
Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you mean? Shogun?
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember. There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
What? But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere.
Yeah, this is this dude at the moment of his death, the moment he died, and this is just an imprinted memory of the moment that happened.
I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
He just doesn't remember the critical moment.
Huh. I think I understand. Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se. There was absolutely a war here, though. We were part of it. And is the war still going? No, the war's done. We stopped it. It's good.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
I think the drugs are wearing off, Paimon. Don't worry about it.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity. An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma.
I should have asking about the
500 years
Shogun
ago.
and the Kitsune. I'm like, okay, well, I'm sure we're gonna get an answer to both.
Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step
Okay,
in
no, you
before
were the
it was
Shogun at
too
the
late.
time.
Otherwise, it would spread to all of Tevat. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Kanria?
I don't think so, Sif. I think she's the spirit that came before Yai.
Indeed.
The way she's talking about her,
Countless monsters
it sounds like she's
suddenly
already
appeared
dead.
throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, Kitsune Saigu sacrificed her life to protect the people. I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last.
It's also possible that A made Yai Miko her familiar in sort of a memory of Kitsune Saigu.
But even then, Inazuma
We might find
was
out more
left
later.
devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still felt to this day, both on the land itself and in my heart. Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive.
Now you're hurting me. Now I'm in pain.
But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past forever. When I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential. Everything far exceeded my expectations. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss, but also new encounters. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I once strove for.
And now we're kind of getting the reason behind. Because when we first came to Inazuma, it was the whole thing about nothing's allowed to change, everything stays the same forever, no changing, the end. And now we kind of have that reason exactly as to why. Like, oh, it's because she doesn't want her friends to die anymore. She doesn't want to watch anyone she cares about die. So that's why things aren't allowed to change. Time means death, and goodbyes, and eventually we'll never see someone again, and oh god, now I'm really sad. I need to stop.
As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes.
You have to accept it and move on. Time's gonna happen, goodbyes are gonna happen, and it's gonna suck, but you gotta do it.
Warriors
It's part
of
of
the
life.
past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls now rest in this earth. I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
Thank you for the bonk, that helps, but also I feel like I'm about to cry anyways.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Bye-bye, Beast.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
I'm good. I'm fine. I'm okay.
Expected there are a load of rift hounds here too.
Wait, where?
Leave them
Oh,
to
there
me.
they are.
Inazuma shines eternal.
I hope you all caught the fact that her ultimate is pulling her sword out of her boobs.
Illusion shattered.
She's the boob sword lady, of course. Because normally, her main weapon is a spear. The sword only comes right here. Ah, the boob sword.
What's wrong with A?
Such a classic thing.
Why would you ask that?
I can name at least one other... Two others? Power bells come out of her boobs? No. It's...
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go! No?
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy.
Please don't lie to me.
Although I have,
You don't have a
some
gnosis anymore.
understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time. I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
Ah, makes sense! Spoken like a seasoned shogun. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about this. Hey, the same light is leaking out again!
More ghost. Let's go. Uh-oh.
Furuyama? Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking about 500 years ago, too.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest.
Hi,
I'm afraid I'm unable to
sir.
serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please,
It's
sit
nice
and
to
rest.
meet you, guy who's definitely not a ghost. Don't ask me why I said it like that.
After all, it's quite a mess.
I'm just making an observation, a very factual one.
What should we do? Oh, yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there. It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So, I decided to stay. And now the Almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then?
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Everything's great. You're gonna live forever.
People flee out of a desire to live on, and the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life. But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets.
So if I were to, hypothetically, theoretically, this isn't true, this is just a thought experiment, say you're dead, you'd be okay with that? Sounds like you'd be okay with that. Just out of curiosity. No reason, just
The Almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart, a true dreamer.
Oh, is she now?
One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time.
Hi, Ren.
And so, people must make the most of the life they have, seize the chance to enjoy it while it lasts, and have no regrets in the end.
Wow, that really doesn't... Wow. Fuck. This... Wait, she used to be just like, yeah, change is fine. It's part of life. You have to live with it, and it hurts, but okay. And then she turned into... Then she lost the person she loved and cared about, and then she became, no, change is bad, actually. Oh, no. Trauma!
So you see, as bad as
Yay!
things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to be satisfied.
It's amazing what trauma will do to your psyche.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last
But you know what? Why don't we just try that out right now? Why don't we just say our goodbyes right now?
I'll never get to see what Inazuma looks like after the almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew.
Anew. Right. Uh-huh. Yep.
But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now. But to me, it went dark a long time ago. Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. So, never mind, eh? Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea.
No, it's fine. We really need to be going.
The
I'm
almighty
sorry.
Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious loss of decorum. One moment, I'll just... Where in the world is the tea set? I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
Can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness gracious, what a fool I'm making of myself. I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging outside.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it to us.
But... well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me. I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
Where should we go to find a tea set?
Oh, we're not done talking to him. Cool.
Tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but at the same time, this lovely old man from 500 years ago has been through so much, and it makes Paimon so sad.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
What's the most expensive tea set we can find? Let's go bother Ayaka. She'll say yes. We went on a date once. And then haven't seen her since.
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Also, we need to talk about the sacred Sakura being attacked, but...
Sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Yes, thank you. No need to be so
Be
nervous.
at
It's
ease.
okay.
I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Fine. Okay, just...
Well,
time. Okay.
It's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Oh, here's a good question. Was it really you that tea master used to serve?
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister.
Oh,
Raiden
right,
Makoto.
sisters.
He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns.
Oh, right, they were twins.
But he always acted as
Either
if he was
twins or one of them was... I
completely
don't
unaware.
remember exactly.
The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
Interesting. Incredibly interesting.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed, we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes,
Okay, so she was always like this.
the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held by living beings.
In other words, ambitions, also known now as visions.
They are similar, but not identical.
Alright, fair.
When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me. Now, it seems like she was right, while I took the wayward path.
I don't think it's a matter of right and wrong. I think it's a matter of extremes.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture
But
than
also...
I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something material, or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature, and will be replaced by a new ambition in due course. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place. It is something innate, rooted in instinct. In other words, it is something eternal.
And here we get to the truth of the matter. Change and eternity are not necessarily opposites. They can work together.
Quite a lot to take in.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving forward and evolving? I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with. Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
So then here's a question. What happened to your sister? Was it Conria? It was probably Conria.
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity.
Imagine the Archon War took a lot of lives.
But now, I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your Excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the almighty Shogun.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
I love the idea of this guy just being like, hearing that, just be like, yeah, sure, thing, little pixie. Totally chill. The woman who next to the Vision Hunter Curry, and we're just gonna, it's fine. We're just gonna, everything's on. We're not gonna bother.
More speed.
This is my god and my ruler. Chill. Yes, I can do that. I can be calm. Vibrating excessively.
Hey, where'd he go? He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long. As was the case with the memory we saw earlier.
So we won't get to drink his tea? We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
Paimon, don't do that. You're gonna get sad, and then I'm gonna get sad. And Shogun's gonna get sad.
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate.
Just like in reality, just like in actual history, he wasn't able to say goodbye.
Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of tea.
Okay, the one thing that I know about you is that you can't cook for shit. So, how about I handle this?
I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it myself.
To be fair, I don't think the Traveler knows this about her yet. Oh no, this is the thing that's come out.
Please give it a try. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it. You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me. I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted.
Iris Watch, how you doing?
But now, I'd like to broach a heavier topic, if I may. The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend,
Sleepy.
Kitsune Saigu.
Enjoy some good rest.
They also
I hope you're
took
doing
Makoto
well.
away from me, for good.
Yes, the Archon War.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me.
So that you could live. She wanted you to live. Your sister wanted you to live, bitch.
Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist.
Up to you, and she cared about you.
Crises had arisen in the past. I was always the one to face them in her stead. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case, by the time I realized what was happening, yes, it was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her dying breath.
I'll say this, at least, on the bright side, like, at least you were there for that moment. That's kind of important. Like, depressing and traumatizing, but important.
She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point.
Oh.
So all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plane of Euthymia. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried bitterly. Even in those final moments, I couldn't understand her actions.
The fact that the voice actors in this game are so fucking good makes this harder.
Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? Was it to shield me?
Her voice, she sounds like she's going to cry right now. God damn it.
It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely and brought it back to Inazuma.
That's quite a story.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura.
I'm sorry, a giant tree appeared on the top of a mountain? And we've never heard that part of the story?
That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about.
I mean, this isn't the first time that we've seen the alteration of history, or at least of memories, on a global scale. But also that came later in Sumeru, not here in Inazuma, but also it's possible they snuck that in a little bit earlier.
No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness. With the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
I want to know more about that. I want to know more about how that happened.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
Yes. She had such a great love for this land and for its people. In this respect, I still do not compare to her.
So I guess in some way it kind of transferred the idea of the Raiden has always been here and has always been watching over us, and evolved that to this tree has always been here and its power has always been watching over us because she died, but a part of her remained. Because A was now quote unquote the Raiden Shogun because no one knew that there were two of them. It was just like, no, the tree's always been here.
I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone is unbearably painful. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
Brother. I had heard that you were looking for your family. You mean to say that he was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over.
Okay, so Conria. Venti was presumably there and is hiding a bunch of shit. Zhongli can't talk about whatever happened. A came too late. Nahida was just being born. And then I don't know about Farina yet, because we haven't been to Fontaine. And I don't know anything about the Staritza or Pyro Archon. But they're not the originals from before Conria either.
And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny. for giving us the chance to meet again.
Okay, update. Can't cook for shit.
Let's keep following the traces.
But she can
Very
definitely,
well.
she can make tea.
Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
Oh, that was depressing. I've been down here before. Oh, I have. Wait, I want to know where this... Oh, there's a chest here. What is this place?
Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day.
I guess this isn't what the lens is for. It's been a while since I've used it. I don't know what that's about. Now, how do I get out of here? I was just trying to get a Electroculus, but I couldn't find it. Must be down lower. That's fine. Where are we going? We saw the blood over there. Oh, there it is. In all retrospect, it's actually pretty obvious. Yes, I'm looking at it. Thank you. Thank you, camera. I see it. Oh joy, more hounds. Hello, wolfies. Hello, puppies.
Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey! Are you sure you're alright? You're scaring us!
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best.
You sound tired. You sound exhausted. You sound like you're losing a lot of energy. Are you okay?
Shine down!
Always noblesse oblige.
There is no escape! Shine down!
I feel like you're struggling against these things more than you should be, Raiden, but you know what? It's fine. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. We're set. We're good. That didn't seem good. That seemed bad. I don't think that was something the enemies did.
Torn to oblivion.
This is much better.
Shine down.
Also don't like how low my health. No, stop, come on.
Erase all threat.
Oh, that was bad. That was very, very bad. We were slated to lose that. Okay, I get it. We were supposed to lose.
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
Is it something wrong with her body? Because it's not her original body.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back. We'll deal with the monsters. Look, that's the same light again.
I don't think that's light, that's smoke. That's okay. Warriors.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
Do you require a massage? Your shoulders must be tense.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men. They're coming back for more. Let's get them.
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
Look. I never said it was going to be a sexual one.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks
I might be only a little bit touch-starved. Don't worry about it.
To us by the gods.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us.
I don't know if they're omnipotent. They're not really all-powerful. They used to be pretty close. They're definitely not anymore.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts.
Oh, I don't think she likes that. I think she's feeling uncomfortable by this.
This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Especially considering they're already dead.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
What better way to help an Archon than... Wait, why did Kuki die? What just happened?
Order guide you.
Thank you for the lurk, bye beast.
Crush.
Thank you for joining us.
Shudder. Yeah.
Oh, right, it's because I'm bleeding.
Freeze to the core.
And the bleeding does not give a shit about the fact that I have a shield on.
I condemn you.
Just rude.
Stabilize.
Curse these Rift Hounds and their bleed effect. Go away.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
Thank you for the lurk, rest. Enjoy some rest.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Hey?
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
Now that's a damn lie if I've ever heard one.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Exactly, Sif. Accepting help does not make you weak. Here. I will pick you up and carry you back to Inazuma City if I have to.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best. But the Almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs.
Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair and lead us onward into the future. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we will always place our faith in the almighty Shogun.
Because at this point in time, in the history that they're thinking of, she's not the Shogun. They're talking about her sister, who's dead now.
Thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create a bright future for Inazuma. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live.
What about right now, like post the living part?
With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
I love that good transition like that.
Gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The grief blinded me to how brightly they shone in their final moments. The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will. You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held in the ley lines. But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're doing right by them now.
Yeah, what's a few centuries between friends, right?
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior, and my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way. But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done. Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
It's nice to have this conversation. You remember when you nearly killed us like a year ago?
New possibilities.
That was fun.
This will take time.
And you absolutely did kill a bunch of other people.
The future will bring healing to the scars of the past.
That was also fun. Maybe less fun, because one of them was Kazuha's boyfriend, but...
No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. This is my promise. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. It does not appear that the threat will escalate for the time being. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
Alrighty then, let's move on. It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh?
Yes, also, we haven't addressed the freezing.
She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up.
Yeah, we haven't addressed the fact that she's, appears to be in physical distress. Yes, this physical distress. This one right here.
What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
I wonder if it's because this isn't... She's taking over the puppet. Raiden Shogun. So, her current mind is at odds with the puppet's programming.
My body... I can't move it. It looks like...
There's a bit of a disconnect.
Situation is more serious.
And I think it's causing
than I
problems.
thought. No need.
Well, to be fair,
is
I don't
calling
think
me.
this is her body. This is the body she made.
The
I'm trying to
time
remember.
has
I don't
come.
remember exactly, and B is still away. She created a puppet, Raiden Shogun, to act in her stead, and she basically retreated away from the world. So I don't know if this is technically her body or a puppet body. Regardless, she's just technically the owner either way.
Can you help me walk? I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Why? What's in there?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into the future.
Are you going to get rid of the puppet body? Because that feels kind of sad and fucked up, but also, you know what? Maybe not a bad idea.
More speed.
Also, I should probably let my characters heal real fast. Where's Yai at? Oh, two more. One. Now the level, and I get some faints. God, you have so many levels. Pain. Oh, I'm only 4 away? Okay. I don't remember how to get more. Oh, we're here. Huh. Interesting. Alright, hold on. I need to find an electrogram. Right? Yes?
Our bond is strong.
How do I get through those walls? I don't see an electrogram anywhere. See a nice beetle.
I've been here for a bit. I've just been eating.
Oh, you've been eating? Hi, welcome back. So you've watched me be in absolute pain.
Well, I watched parts. Like I came back about maybe 10 minutes ago.
Oh, you still watch me be in absolute pain?
In what way?
I don't know. I feel like I was in pain once or twice. It might have been before you came back. Because like the losing of her sister, and all the stories of like of trauma basically.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
There we go.
We're finally here. The entrance should be nearby.
Where did that come from?
Whoa! Where'd the Torii gate come from?
It's getting worse again. But it's fine. I'm about to put an end to it all.
I think she's about to destroy this body. The puppet body, and get back to either her original body or a new body. I don't know which. Because this is a puppet body, right? Asking B.
Uh-huh.
This is a puppet body, right?
I once sealed off with my own hands.
Yeah, you'll see, It'll let it play out.
Okay.
It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body.
At least I was right. It's A's personality is shifting so much from what the Raiden Shogun is programmed for that she's like, nope, fuck off. I'm taking control of the wheel back.
What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
Follow me.
That was a good scream.
Paimon's dizzy. Where did we get sucked into this time? Whoa. This place...
It looks like Euthymia, but less purple, and less populate, and less tree. More open.
Look! Look over there! It's another A!
We meet again, traveler.
Oh, cool. Great, it's you.
This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that... the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you?
Oh, your present self is correct, thus your past self is incorrect, thus you've changed. Which is against the rules. You're supposed to be eternal, unchanging. Which is bullshit, but obviously that's part of the change.
But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion?
No, we just talked about the erosion. That was Zhongli's thing.
I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait! The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse! Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Her system to safeguard against modifications to eternity.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this! It's a bit extreme!
I don't know what you're talking about, Paimon. My inner battles always look like this. That's always how I visualize it.
Hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day!
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something?
It's fine. They're probably not gonna die. Maybe.
But they both just want the best for Inazuma.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits A's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity.
Yes, there's a very critical word in there. Inevitable. Loss is inevitable.
Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, hatred. All of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time.
I feel like Venti's had a little bit... No, Venti's the only one so far that didn't talk about erosion.
Only rules shall remain constant for eternity.
But also, that was only his first one. We haven't had Venti Part 2 yet.
Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no
We
choice.
get Venti Part 2,
but
we'll
to
probably get
overcome.
a similar thing of erosion. Because it seems to be a constant among the immortals.
You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity.
The fact that you're the past also means you haven't gotten stronger.
And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was cut down in disgrace. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did.
Ooh. Stop blocking me, damn it, I'm you. Oh, that hurt, that hurt. Stop it.
Illusion shattered. Pervasion is futile. Inazuma shines eternal.
Oh my god. This doing so much damage. Uh-oh. Stop healing, stop healing, stop healing, stop healing.
As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Not for much longer. Oh wait, where'd she go?
Weak. Pathetic. Weak. Pathetic.
Alright, that's just rude. You have to be calling me that. We have to stick to name calling here. Ow.
Inazuma shines eternal. The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Stillness. There is no escape. Torn to oblivion. Weak.
Bagatsu Mikate, not a common no Mikoto. Right, no Inazuma Tono.
This ends now. Illusion shattered.
This isn't a rough one, but other than the fact that she's not fucking dying. Where are you? Uh-oh. No. Not allowed, not allowed, not allowed. That's illegal, that's illegal. Please stop.
There is no escape. Lightning falls on the land of eternity, torn to oblivion. Only
There we go. Shogun defeated.
Awaits.
Have you finally defeated her?
Boy, beating yourself up is hard work.
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living being's, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Wait, put me in, coach. I'm also a construct.
Maybe. But
I can
have
fight.
to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking. One that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat her. 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learned to trust them. I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, It is but a drop in the ocean of eternity.
Me looking at the Shogun. What do you think, bitch? This seems like it's not erosion. Seems like she's changed. Like, seems like things are going well. She's thought about this.
I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
I mean, she is your wife. So.
This means that...
Pass on my words.
Oh, and we're gone. Alright, we'll see you in a few hundred years. Bye!
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever? She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times, and has a history
Okay, so she
of
did
running
fully
into
give up her
difficult
physical body.
situations. What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. And then she might never leave again. Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight?
Yai. I wonder if Yai would be able to help us.
Whatever, we can't let anything bad happen.
Always talk to Yai. If it's about A, go talk to Yai.
Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't fail Paimon now. Okay, maybe if we both ran into it at the same time really, really hard.
Cut to earlier in the stream when Paimon asked if Paimon ever had bad ideas.
Oh, you're right. Paimon nearly forgot about her.
How could you forget about the... Okay.
Understands these consciousness realm playing thingies more than we do, but there's no one else we can turn to. All right, up the mountain we go.
The fox!
Talk to the electro whenever you are troubled.
Excuse me. I's lesbian wife. A's lesbian wife,
Someone's not in
A.
the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it for you.
That feels like a very condescending way of saying it. It's not technically wrong.
I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first
I'm
few
adorable and you
times.
love me.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech. Do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened. It's A. She...
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date.
Once again, a bit of a condescending way to put it. Also not wrong.
Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable. Presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. Yes, that sounds like A all right.
So are we gonna go save your wife now, or...
You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now? Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes.
It's adorable, but also we gotta go.
So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
A.
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on
Also
purpose,
you?
for sure.
Uh-huh. You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura. And from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me. What was it like?
It was much more blue. And there wasn't a tree. And it was brighter.
Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
Blender station. Oh, God.
It'll be open. You don't need the thing.
Oh, too late. Right, might just be the blender staging area.
Now then, I
That's a good
always have
question.
my ways.
It's very
It's just a
possible that the
question
inside of
how
my brain just
crafty I
looks
need
like
to
that.
be.
Actually, no, I already know what the inside of my brain looks like. That's not bad.
To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there. What?
Hey, Sif, thank you for the joke.
Yes, no need to
I was
try and
thinking something
understand
similar.
it. Let me put this simply. Right now, she is surrounded by chaos. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time.
That doesn't sound pleasant. I don't like
This is
that.
precisely why when entering the plane of Euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well, Paimon's staying here then. You two can go in.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
I like her. I don't want her to go away. I don't want to lose her.
Paimon's had it up to here with both of you! Fine! Paimon...
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed.
Time probably moves differently. I wonder how many years they've been fighting already.
By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside.
I don't remember if they tell you afterwards, but I know we actually do know. I don't know if they tell you here, but it's brought up in one of Raiden's voice lines.
That the inner consciousness world moves at a different rate of time?
No, about how long she was doing it.
Okay.
Only a strong enough
But
will can
it's
prevent you from being
again
swallowed by the
one.
giant waves
It's
of
a voice line that
abstract
only
space.
gets unlocked after
Only if
you
are
do
strong
Fontaine.
enough can I deliver you
After
to the
Fontaine?
right destination.
Fine.
Yeah, because
to be fair, I still don't have her.
Yeah, it's because it's about a Fontaine character.
Oh.
Well then, the door's open. Hop on in.
Someone hit me with the door to darkness. That's what that is, right?
I'll stay
That's
outside
kind of what it
and
looks like.
provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my god in your capable hands.
We're going to the Nether?
For
I
my
don't want to
sake,
go to hell
not
right now.
Inuzuma's, please.
And that was the line that made everybody go feral.
Which one? I'm sorry, what was it?
I'm placing my god in your hands.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. 100%.
Rico, you better know what you're doing.
That's enough chatter. Get to work.
Oh, absolutely gay. They're never not gay. They've been gay every second we see them. Every time they talk about each other. Oh, this looks fun. Here's the thing, if Hoyo had their way, they'd be fucking macking on each other. Oh no, this is interesting. Wait, that was Mondstadt.
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside.
Was it?
Only if you are strong
No,
enough
this is all
can I
Inazuma. That
deliver
wouldn't
you
make no
to the
sense.
right destination.
Statue just looked like the Venti statue over at this church. Fucked me up for a second, but no, I think it was Makoto and or A. I'm here. We're good. Hi A, I'm back. You thought you sent me away.
Huh? How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years?
I knew it. Boy, time's weird. I wonder how many years it's been. Oh wait, we already talked about this.
To remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps.
Look, I don't know how long it's been for you two, but for me it's been like 5 minutes.
Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago.
Okay, so like, has it been 500 years internally, or are you talking about Conria?
Final duel?
It has been 500 years.
Okay. Wow. It's been
because in that voice line I was talking about, she said she was fighting the Shogun for 5 centuries.
That's something interesting though, because that means she's been fighting the Shogun to an act change for as long as she was just kind of living in the plane of Euthymia and just like trying to maintain eternity, which is a fucking incredible feat of will.
Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new.
I almost started singing the song. I can't do it.
Okay, it wasn't just me. It wasn't just. I was 100% like, oh, I'm thinking of High School Musical now.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I have to be strong.
I'm already rereading Homestuck. I can't retread High School Musical right now. All right, see you later, Sif. Go do that shopping. We'll see you later. Look, I'm having too much nostalgia this week right now. I can't go back to High School Musical at the moment. I was already thinking about Space Jam earlier.
Illusion shattered. This
Oh, you look cool. Hello, that's new.
the oceans and turns day into night. And the will they demand, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams.
The amount of times I've had to fight this boss.
Because this is the Shogun that you can fight to get boss materials.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I need to hear this badass music.
Wait. Stay in there. Because if you do not break that thing in time or stay in there, you will die.
What the fuck is she wearing? Oh my god, wait.
You can look at it closer when you're done. You can go into the archive.
Look, not to be horny on main, but I will absolutely take a closer look at that. But also, for someone who's all about eternity, she sure did change her outfit.
Luckily, the story version for this boss is a lot easier than the actual thing.
God, the music is so fucking cool, though.
Illusion shattered.
We'll see afterwards, because there's an achievement that's with this boss. We'll see if you got it afterwards. I don't know. I couldn't tell.
What, not using her burst?
No, there's an achievement for that thing that you're jumping over. You have to dodge all of them.
Oh, I think I might have gotten hit once. I'm not sure.
I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems
I assume
my
if you have a
belief
shield,
was
that doesn't count.
baseless, and I underestimated
The
your spirit.
no, you have to dodge. The
That's what
shield
I
does not
thought.
count.
That's what I thought. That'd be kind of bullshit.
Yeah, I try.
But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future.
So I never tried standing on top of Zhongli's pillar and also using Wanderer. I also never. But then again, I think I already got this achievement anyway.
Those are good points. Those might work.
You
Wonder
need not
especially would
worry about
probably
the
work,
future.
I would imagine.
And you aren't alone. I know your power more than
The
anyone
only thing is you have to
else.
get to a certain point
Had
in
I
the fight
relied
to even
upon
get to
my
that point,
strength
so
alone, I would have
you'd be
lost
having to
this
get there
duel
with
for
those characters
sure.
then anyway.
Yeah.
Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me.
Oh, that also makes more sense now. That's her sister's sword. That's why she uses a spear.
Yeah, she's a polo user. Her sister was a sword user.
Yeah, well, it's like we've talked before about how the sword came from the previous Electro Archon, but I don't think I knew it was her sister.
I noticed it also, just now in the heat of
They
battle.
talked about it.
Seemed to unleash
If
a
they did,
new
I
and
have a bad
unfamiliar
memory.
power.
At the end of the Inazuma, when you're talking to Yai,
It's possible.
and she talks about how there were twin gods.
Right, twins. Okay.
This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely wielded a blade in her life, and yet her blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth.
Please tell me I'm not the only one thinking of the meme.
What
you know
meme?
what that is? Growth.
I understand. I shall become
Actually,
your
don't know if I
shadow,
know that one.
just
You don't
as
know
you
that
were
one?
once Makoto's shadow.
I don't know if I know that one.
The duties
show
I
it to you
perform
later.
will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces.
Don't do this to me.
Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it. Before my last shred of consciousness fades away, but it is you who must take the most important step.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh?
Wait.
Is it really?
It's the sacred sakura tree. Time shenanigans.
Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
After leaving the realm of consciousness and returning to the shrine, you return to Yaimiko.
So the A of the present planted the sacred sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past.
I guess that makes sense. When it comes to eternity, that kind of means all points of time are happening. You kind of have access to all of time? All
No
of
matter
history?
what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
Hi Maya, you're back and ready for a happy-go-lucky Genshin Impact? Congratulations, I was just about crying a second ago. Thank you for the hydrate and the posture check. I was moving forward and backward at the same time.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. Huh. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't
This begs a
fully
question
understand
that
yet.
I'm gonna ask you be in a moment,
But
once we're done
my
here.
intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power really was involved in all of this. But whatever the explanation, her solution is what saved
Wait, no,
us
first
all.
question. What do you mean Istaroth? Fuck is Istaroth?
I forgot you don't know about Easteroth.
What now?
I forgot you don't know about Easteroth.
I don't know what the fuck Easteroth is. What is Easteroth?
I have to remember in terms of in Genshin.
Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there.
And this is probably why, because A was the one who planted the damn seed.
You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness. But unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No. But I understand why now. It was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
Look, I've been reading too much Homestuck for this to make sense. Thank you for at least somewhat making sense. You Homestuck and all your fucking time shenanigans.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
I love that it looks like a fox, not because it grew that way naturally, because Yai is just like, no, I'm fucking, this is my tree, bitch.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
Look, how do I put this? From my perspective, A has a lot of top energy, and then Yai comes in, and that goes away. Is this a wrong interpretation of this relationship?
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today.
Oh, okay,
And
that's
obviously
fair.
I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing for. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
Perhaps this is what the Shogun meant by an inevitability of fate.
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it.
A, how are you feeling now?
So it's not that time flowed weirdly in that world, it's that time didn't move at all, technically, and all at once.
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
The final act might be a simple one, but getting there was a result of countless efforts coming together. Just because the cause and effect ended up a bit back to front, doesn't mean you should undervalue the part you played.
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the exact same thing!
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will
Oh,
give
absolutely. The
careful
moment we
consideration
leave,
to
they're
the
going to go
future.
to a private room together. 100%.
After that,
No doubt in my mind.
I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really? That's huge news!
Was the Sakoku, that wasn't the Vision Hunt. Was that the Vision Hunt? Well, the Vision
No.
Hunt was done. No. I was about to say, the Vision Hunt's done.
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis.
Oh,
In which
it was the keeping everything,
there is no further need to keep the nation
It
under
was
isolated.
the open the country, stop having everything be closed.
Thank you for a reference to a video that I love dearly.
I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma.
But out of those challenges will be born new
I'm
opportunities.
looking forward to it.
I still think that in that video, the knock knock is the United States. I feel like adding bitch to the end of that sentence just punctuates it so nicely.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma. Abolishing the Sakoku decree has a myriad of implications. It would be folly to say that it will be all positive, and there will be no negative
Okay, so I do have a quick
repercussions.
question, B.
Mm-hmm.
The character, like the playable character, Raiden Shogun,
Mm-hmm.
after you do this story quest, does her name change to Raiden A, or is it still Raiden Shogun?
The only time you get to talk to A is if you put her in the teapot. That's it.
Okay, so it's still Raiden Shogun.
It's Raiden Shogun, yeah.
Okay, because she's not dead. She's still the tip of the spear,
Yeah, but
as it were.
the character is basically the puppet.
Okay. Very interesting.
For example, I can foresee the outside world posing a threat to Inazuma's businesses. These are the issues that I must work to solve.
Hey, you're thinking about this all so conscientiously. I've only got as far as wondering whether I'll be able to sell entrance tickets to the Grand Narukami Shrine in the future.
Honestly, Miko, many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma. Makoto's gaze was always fixed on the people of Inazuma. I always assumed it was because that was her duty, but now
It can be two
I
things.
see that hers was a gaze full of delight and hope. It was not just a duty, but a joy too. She loved humanity very dearly.
If the people of the past deserve the god's attention, then so do the people of the future.
Indeed. No longer will I ignore their passions and dreams. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma. To put it bluntly, it was constant torture, with no end in sight.
I'm sorry that the universe decided that 500 years later was the perfect time to drop me, and not like, I don't know, like 5 days after.
Faced with an endless battle, I had to remain focused at all times. Had my concentration lapsed for but a moment, the Shogun's blade would have taken my life, safe to say. Were it not for my previous experiences in combat, my skills would not have been up to the challenge. I would most certainly have been defeated. And through it all, you also had your part to play. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
Oh, here we go. Yai Miko said she was placing her god.
Yai Miko said nothing of the sort, and the traveler has some nerve making up spurious claims about her while she is still present.
I'll tell you how gay she was for you later.
Some words are not to be passed on.
Alright, then you fucking tell her.
Trust me, you don't want to know the cost of betraying me. Just think of the things I said to you as our little secret. Understood.
You're lucky that your wife is dense as a brick.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Ooh, I suddenly want some fried tofu.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I will be sure to remind the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions of their duties in this regard. It's not only the monsters that I am worried about. I'm concerned about what else might escape from the sacred Sakura.
I'm sure it's fine. Nothing to worry about. I'm sure no terrible monsters are coming from it.
That's a tough
We're
one,
fine.
all right. There's plenty more besides memories held in the ley lines.
Since you clearly understand, perhaps you could think about making an effort too. Many challenges still lie ahead.
You don't have to keep reading that line to me, thank you. I think that's where we're gonna call it tonight, y'all. We've been going for about 3 hours, so I think that's a good place to stop. We'll probably keep... Okay, I'll probably try and do Kokomi's story quest, just so we can do Ito, so we can get that one bit next time, and then we'll do Nihida. And then we'll finally move on to Fontaine.
I'm just waiting for Fontaine.
I know you
I
are, but I want to do a couple of things first.
That's what it's like. That's the weird thing. I love story quests, but then I'm also like, more story quests means we don't get to the best region.
I know. That's part of the fun, is kind of just like, let's put it on hold. Or maybe we'll
There's
just
so
do
much
Ito's.
stuff I want to talk about. I
There's
can't
things you wanna
talk about it. Yeah.
Alright, well, we'll figure that out later. We're going to go ahead and end it here. I'm going to send you all over to Ren, who is playing Pokemon Infinite Fusion. That game is fucking insane.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's really funny. Watching Caden play it is a joy. Alright, I'm going to send you all out. Have a great night, y'all. We'll be back on Tuesday for more Nirvana Initiative and the fucking insanity that is that game. I might be streaming yeah. I might be streaming on Thursday, Thanksgiving. I don't know. We'll find out day of if I'm feeling up to it. I don't know. But until then, I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your weekend. The rest of your weekend. There. Night, y'all.